Hey, what's up? This is Ursula, host of Straight from the Horse's Mouth radio show. I'm sitting here with Mark and Matt from Wow Creations. So we're going to sit down and talk and see how everything got started. And so we have Mark and Matt. Wait, Mark and Matt. Okay, got it.
There you go.
I really wanted you guys to wear name tags, but I think I got it. Mark and Matt. Just don't change seats.
Okay.
Okay?
Well, Ursula, we were originally going to wear the same dark colored suit, but I thought, you know what, that would be impossible to tell who we are, so I decided to go with a light colored suit today.
Thank you. That helps me out a lot. So I'm trying to look at the little
Pocket
handkerchief.
square.
Yes. All right. So let's talk. You guys are the ones that make everybody happy with the gift bags. And how did this come about? Who came up with the idea?
Well, I guess there was really a joint idea.
It was a mutual thing.
Yeah.
I think, well, Mark, there's a line that Mark always has used. We've born and raised here in Southern California, and the one line that Mark's always used was,
You know, what's the point in living here in LA and Hollywood and not being in the business? You've got people coming from all over the world to get in the business.
Right.
We're already here, so we should be in the business. The trouble we ran into was we didn't really have the background to get into the business from behind the camera, and we didn't have
Or
the
in front
Hollywood
of the
good looks to be in front of the camera.
Oh, come on.
So we came up with the next best thing.
we thought, back at that time, we started back in 2004, and back then you heard a lot about the Oscar gift bag and all these other celebrities getting gifted for this, that, and the other thing. And we sat down one day after doing the usual 9 to 5 grand. We said, hey, if somebody else is doing this, why can't we do it?
Yeah.
So we just sat down, and I think Mark came up with the name. I don't know where it came from.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, well, I just
Which is
thought,
a great name, I must
I
add.
was thinking one day, you know what could we do? What could we do? And I just thought, wow, it was one of those things that just came up, and I thought, let's put Wow Creations. And so in 2004, Wow Creations was born, and we started looking for, like any business that starts out, it takes a while before you finally get going and get your clients and your customers. And we were lucky enough to, right out of the gate, we did do, we were contacted the Santa Barbara Film Festival to provide gift bags for that event.
I was going to ask, what was the first, who was the guinea pig?
Yeah,
of the whole?
and the thing is, when you're starting out and you're brand new, when you go to somebody to promote your company, you have no history.
Right.
That's where the challenge lied at the start, because why would they go with us when they go with somebody else? I mean, literally, we had a website, and that's all we had. We had the two of us.
Yeah.
We had a website and a proposal.
Yeah.
And that was it.
And that's really where it started. And I started picking up the phone and calling people and to say, this is Wow Creations. And after they said who, and I explained to them who we were, what we did, and what event we were going to work on, people started coming on board. They wanted to participate. I made a phone call to the Miss Universe organization, which is co-owned by Donald Trump and NBC. And they were coming to Los Angeles for the first time in 10 years to host Miss Universe. And I thought, well, we're here in Los Angeles. Let's get a beauty show.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So I called them in New York, and they loved the idea and wanted to do a gift lounge and gift bags for all the contestants. And I guess from there you can say the rest is history. We did the Miss Universe pageant here in LA, which was our first gift lounge. Got to meet the Donald. And had a,
impressive.
Yes, it was. So from there we went on to do all of the Miss Universe organizations events, which was Miss USA, Miss Teen USA, and then from there the rest really was history, because the events just.
And then we contacted Miss America, because we had the experience with the beauty pageants with Miss USA, Miss Universe, Miss Teen. Then we contacted Miss America, got that one, so we were definitely on our way. And then the phone started ringing, and I guess that's where we first started. And then we started branching off into doing other events.
And so how do you decide when you say, okay, let's do this event, how do you decide what should go into the gift bag?
Well, each event is different. Again, the beauty pageants, you're going to target beauty products. Lip balms, hair care, sun care, skin care. So it really is what type of event it's doing. You go to like a golf tournament, and you're going to target primarily products for men, and things related to golf. But for the average event, like an Oscars or a Sundance,
you want to open
wide
it up to
open.
everything. Plus, for something like Oscars, Sundance, or Emmys, you want to expand and try to bring more premium items. I mean, you always want to do that for every event, but something for the TV Land Awards, or if it's a film festival, or if it's a beauty pageant, they're happy with getting a lot of good items. But if you want to do something like Sundance, the Oscars, the Emmys, you want to up the ante. You want to go after a vacation. You want to go after some jewelry. You want to go after like a unique item, and sunglasses, and maybe some high-end denim. So you customize the package, the gift bag, for whatever event you doing. But we keep the spectrum open for.
Yeah, we're pretty much will let anything in as long as it's in good taste. Anything that's
So yeah, because I know if I had a product, I would definitely want to get it in that bag, and I'm sure you have to get approved for it.
well, I have to get his approval,
Yeah.
or he's got to get my approval. That's the approval process.
What was the most challenging event that you did that you had to get?
That probably was Miss Universe in Vietnam 2 years ago, because we not only had to get the product, they had to ship it to Vietnam. And shipping product to a communist country, and then
A little
mentions another
challenging.
country, it's a communist country.
Right.
It is a challenge.
Right.
As a matter of fact, half our things didn't even make it over there to Vietnam.
Yeah,
Wow.
which was very disappointing.
Yeah.
The day before the show, and after we just spent 3 days at the pool,
Yeah.
we came down to finally working one day,
Yeah.
and we went to their offices to put these bags together.
And realized
Half
only
the
half
stuff
of our
was there.
shipment had made it because
no.
because of the requirements of the government over there, the stuff they can and cannot let in. So that was a challenge, I must say, because of the distance and the requirements for the different government.
The customs
Yeah.
and getting
Yeah,
stuff
that was
there.
a challenge. And then when we got over there to find out we only had half the stuff for the bag, that was again a little bit disappointing.
Right.
But we were there. We made the best of the situation. One good thing was a great pair of flip flops. That the moment we just finished working on the gift bags, and we looked at it and we thought, boy,
Oh,
that
boy.
doesn't look that good. As we were getting ready to leave to go back to the hotel, a delivery truck just pulled up with the final item, which was flip flops, and these were pretty
But a
cool
great
flip
pair of
flops.
flip-flops.
Yeah, they had
Really.
fruit.
Yeah, and it was a big bad package
Yeah.
too, which is always fantastic. For every
Presentation.
gift bag.
Yeah.
Presentation, and whenever you get something large, it's great. So these literally got here when
These
we're
flip
getting ready
flops
to
got there, which looked terrific.
Oh, wow.
We put them in the gift bag. They were on the top of the gift bag, and it was
They loved it.
fantastic.
Yeah, it made a subpar gift bag all of a sudden from that one item look like a wow factor.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's where wow came
See
from.
that there. See, I said
We had
wow.
one
a couple
before
Yeah.
we got there, pal. We had one going back to 2004.
Right, but it was a wow factor.
It was the wow factor, right?
I think that's a great name because I can just imagine looking in the bag going, wow, look at this, look at that. So I think that was a very creative name. And I'm sure everyone has noticed that you guys are twins.
Some people think that we're related. Some people think we're brothers, and some people say you're twins, and some people don't even think we're related. So
Yeah, but we do hear it a lot. Are you guys related?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's so funny. So who's older?
I am.
You're older?
Yeah, 15 minutes.
So what happened? I mean, it took 15 minutes.
So
I mean,
I was taking my time to get there.
Yeah.
you wanted to make
He
your
was already
grand
conducting
and
business.
I
you
was already
send him
conducting
out.
business. That's right.
You send him out to get the ground to introduce
yeah,
you, and then
yeah.
you came.
Right.
So
So-
how's it working together as your twins, your brothers, and business partners as well?
Yeah, some days can be challenging.
Yeah.
Because again, our likes are pretty much the same. However, it's amazing how sometimes I will think something should go this way, and he's going to think absolute opposite. So we have to fight
That
it out a
happens
little bit.
more often than it should, in my opinion.
Well, it does now because we're doing more things than we had ever done before.
Mhm.
So we've got more people involved with us,